Another film I watched this weekend was Darren Aronofsky's Noah, which is a post or pre-apocalyptic epic, loosely based around the Bible story of Noah and the Ark and the flood and all the bits that we know, um, but presented in a kind of Mad Max style context with Noah, the last surviving descendant of Seth, the other son of Adam and Eve. Cain murdered Abel and went off and established an empire all over the world of pseudo pre-industrial wickedness. And Seth, the surviving other brother, had descendants, the last of whom is Noah, who has his own family. But Noah gets a vision from God, referred to throughout the film only as the Creator, I think just to avoid alienating non religious audiences, um, that the end of the world is coming and he must save the animals and the birds and the beasts and allow humanity to be wiped from the face of the earth. Um, I really liked this, and I thought it was such a strange film. Aronofsky has a very particular vision. It's a very, it really reminded me of The Road, Cormac McCarthy's novel, later turned into a film about a a what if the Earth's biosphere had been killed? There is some event has occurred which has killed all living things on Earth apart from the human race. So there is no food, there is seemingly no future, no plant life, no animal life. People are subsisting on canned food and ultimately reverting to cannibalism. And it really feels like that with this blasted dark wilderness, filmed in Iceland. These brutish volcanic landscapes, and the production design and the tone, it all gives that feeling of a post-apocalyptic world. Even in the production itself, they've said even though it is the story of Noah, and they're talking about the Garden of Eden and Adam and Eve and all of that, they also thought it could equally be a post-apocalyptic story. This could be set thousands of years in the future after some cataclysm has erased humanity and led to the rise of these new dynasties. There's also a strong environmentalist element with the sons of Cain being having this industrialized world, and Noah seeking to save the animals and allow the animals to repopulate the earth free of humanity, with the earth's biosphere cleansed of the human stain. But also, ultimately, he believes that his family must die out, that there is no future for the human race at all, regardless of his survival and his family's survival as shepherds of all these animals. I've I just find it really engaging emotionally and visually. Aronofsky finds a way to make the story exciting with the threat of the sons of Cain. There are angels who are trapped in these misshapen bodies of rock who wind up off giving their assistance to Noah in building the ark, which is just a great big rectangle. It doesn't look like a boat or a ship. It's just a great big block made of wood and pitch. Um, so it has this fantastic look, this fantastic central idea, which is really well thought out and really engaging emotionally. It's a religious film that is playing very fast and loose with what that means. It's not preaching to the converted at all, which I find very exciting and very interesting. The best film about Jesus ever made is The Last Temptation of Christ, because it's the one that's not playing to a Christian audience. It's playing to an audience who has never heard the story of Jesus. And that makes it much more emotional because it's not telling you what you already know. It's telling you why it matters. This is telling you why the story of Noah is important to Aronofsky and why that story can still be relevant now. That's what makes it so exciting and engaging. It looks fantastic. It's I think well over 2 hours, but it never felt slow or slack. I found it thrilling. I thought Russell Crowe was excellent. The entire supporting cast are very strong. Everyone having English accents, particularly Ray Winstone, who is still a Cockney, um, as Tubal Cain, leader of the Sons of Cain. even Emma Watson, a very unlikely casting as the one young woman in Noah's family, his adopted daughter, with whom his blood, his actual son, his biological son, falls in love. It's a really absorbing, intelligent take on this sort of material, which makes it all the more disappointing that Aronofsky's fallen down the AI rabbit hole and made a load of absolute rubbish. This AI generated series he made about the American Revolutionary War, for which he's been rightly ridiculed and probably torpedoed his own career for the sake of money. Um, I think this was the last film of his that I hadn't seen. He's made some very great films, like Black Swan, his most acclaimed. I think it's probably his least film. Um, but they always have a very strong artistic stamp, a great uniqueness to them, an originality to them, a strength of vision. I think this combined with Mother, another film that sort of looks at Old Testament Christianity from a completely fresh allegorical perspective, are both fascinating movies and really entertaining and enjoyable, as well as being very emotionally and intellectually stimulating. I think it's just a shame that he's decided to throw all that in the bin and just take a big check instead.